SIGHT2SOUND Multimedia. Join us as we talk about relationships from a woman's point of view and from a man's point of view. Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome to SIGHT2SOUND Multimedia Show. Today's segment is about men are from Mars, women are from Venus. We have special guests. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Starting with the young lady.
My name is Amber B. I'm a female rapper. I'm a female rapper in Dallas as an up-and-coming artist. I have many things coming my way. All my social media is the same, Amber B Music. Follow me, check me out, Snapchat, whatever.
My name's Jonathan McKinney, CEO of Black Master Productions. I'm an audio and video producer. I'm also a rapper, coming out with some singles pretty soon, so check me out.
Charles Ray Douglas Jr., aka Venom on Track. My friends call me Venom for short. Artist, rapper, with JBU Records, with Technique. Shout out to Technique. Man, if you've been on Facebook, you've already seen some of our music, and it's gonna be plenty more coming. We'll be coming strong 2017. Look out for it.
All right, that's what's up. We'd like to welcome you, and it's a pleasure having you here. Well, let's go ahead and get the ball rolling. First question. Is it okay for the opposite sex, your partner, to have a male best friend of the opposite sex? Will you allow that, and what's wrong with that? And
maybe if if they got a partner, like if he got a male too, like single people can't be hanging out with no single people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
That's just how I feel.
Okay.
Man, I look at it like nowadays everybody's sensitive. You gotta take that into account. I mean, it's hard to trust people. Just to build up trust takes a lifetime to do. Seems like nowadays. I think that there are certain parameters and variables that go into deciding if that other spouse or that partner is going to be comfortable. Allow them, for example, if they've already been friends or they've been friends from the past and they've kept it just that, and that's explained and communicated correctly to your partner and to your spouse, well, not then that should be a little bit more understanding. But if it's something that's fresh or that's new, then that's when the red flag should go up, and then they'll probably have concerns.
Right on. You want to weigh in?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and weigh in because I do have a male best friend of the opposite sex. We've been best friends since I was 13, and I'm 23 now. And we have been through many relationships together. And like he said, people are sensitive, they're jealous, but once the spouse sees that, okay, they're not about all that extra stuff. Once they see how your relationship is with each other, how you interact with each other, then they'll start beginning to feel more comfortable. But you have to say it off top. No, we're not with that. That's just my best friend.
Mm-hmm. See, that's cool though. But what if you got you particularly? What if you meet a man that you really like, and there's a relationship, there's a possible future for a relationship, but he ain't going for that?
To see that right there, that's a sign off top. Because if you're jealous of my best friend, that means you're gonna be jealous of somebody in the street. That means you don't trust me. If I'm telling you that's what it is, you already showing me that you don't trust me.
Okay, so that you would label as a red flag of being jealous or insecure?
Insecure, and you're not gonna trust me. It's gonna be hard for you to trust me.
Okay, well, I've heard different opinions that that's the labeling towards somebody who doesn't go with that. But I've heard the label of someone like yourself that has a best friend, whether it be a male or female, that person is codependent, weak. Some of the reasons of why they have that male or female opposite sex friend is to ask questions towards your partner. A lot of issues that come up when the relationship is rocky, they run to that opposite sex best friend to talk about the problem instead of talking to their partner. So a lot of people would, like you label them jealous that they couldn't handle it, they would label you as weak and codependent and not able to change, holding on to these relationships since you were young. Me, myself, I'm a grown man. When I was younger, I used to hang around a lot of fellas. As a grown man now, I can't do the things that I did when I was a kid. So I'm a grown man and I don't need a whole bunch of dudes to hang around. Go ahead. Anybody want to comment or you want to come back at it?
Yeah, because I agree with you, but I do not agree with you because that's the only friend I've had. It's not my only friend, but that's the only one who I'm still standing strong with to this day. So no, I don't have a whole bunch of people who are in my circle. It's just me and him. Now, if I have a problem in the relationship with the dude I'm in, it's between him and I. It ain't got nothing to do with my best friend. When he got problems, it's between him and his girl. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Only thing I can do is go to you for advice, but I'm not gonna go to you to tell you, oh my God, and start crying. No, that's not your place.
Yeah, I mean, women talk. No disrespect and no stereotype. They say they don't say, but women put your business out in the street. Y'all agree with that? Does she keep it to herself?
Yeah, that's true. Man.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
women do put your business out in the street.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and but you kind of got to make sure that what you putting out and the business that you putting out is something you don't mind talking about. Like if you know, it depends on the lady you messing with. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta pick and choose which one you want to fool with. Like that's just the truth. Like you gotta know what you're messing with. Like if you mess with if you mess with a girl and she fast, you know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, she gonna put your business out on the street. But if you messing with a lady and you can tell she a lady, man, she probably ain't gonna do none of that because she don't want the drama and don't nobody want the drama anyway.
But see, the scary thing about what you just said, nowadays, man, what it seems like is that a lot of people playing charades. You got the ones that are all out on social media and stuff like that, but when you meet them in person, they're actually quiet to themselves. And the ones that are quiet to themselves, deep down inside, when you get them in certain environments, they're the ones that's out there. So it's almost like it's the opposite. So you trying to read it and get an understanding so you know who you're dealing with, but the whole time you reading it wrong. Well, now they only showing you what you want to see. And you gotta make informed decisions based off what you see. Well, now they're not letting you see the real them, the truth, who they really are. Or they inner demons. So you know you come up with an analysis of who this person is, and it be totally wrong. And then you make uninformed decisions because you really don't know at the end of the day. And then like going into what you said, what you were saying, and what I'm curious about is it seems like nowadays, man, for us black men to get with our beautiful black women, it's like we in the Olympics. Cause you gotta do compete in all kind of events. You gotta find ways to understand her mentally, have that right approach, build a flirt the right way. You know, it's so many different things.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, you feel like a triathlon athlete or something. You gotta do all these events just to get in the door. That's just getting the door. And then after that, it seems like,
and if we don't do it, they call us lazy. Men are lazy nowadays.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of things. I mean, it just depends on what she's been through in her lifetime and who she is and how she grew up. But it just seems like nowadays, man, like I said, it's the Olympics trying to introduce yourself to a black woman. Now, some of us men, some are intimidated by that, some are not. But it just seems like it's a lot of work when it should be more mutual. You know, it should be more 50-50. Mm-hmm. They should be trying to get to know us as much as we trying to get to know them.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, just the way it feels. I don't want to be rude, but it's just, you know.
It's hard nowadays because I ain't trying to be biased. I'm trying to be real. Hey, it's hard nowadays because with everything going on, like, you got some women like the Kim Kardashian sisters, and you got women that really want to be the Kim Kardashian sisters, and you got some women that, I mean, I was always taught, man, just to go for who like you. If they like you, then you should be good. Like, if you gotta do a whole bunch of extra stuff, if you gotta bend your back for some stuff that, like, they not feeling you like that, then maybe they just not feeling you. Like, if they not feeling you, then they not feeling you. It ain't too much you can do about it.
Okay.
There we go.
You done with your thought?
I'm good.
You done with your thought? Okay, I appreciate it. So, what I have to say is I'm in total agreement on what you're saying as far as the black female, and y'all have to go through a lot of work for us, but you have to look at the world that's around us. It's not the darker you are, the uglier you are. If you a light-skinned, curly hair female with a banging Kardashian body, they're gonna go for you. Okay? If you a chocolate sister with a natural afro, 9 times out of 10 you is not gonna get chose over that person like that. So both of us the black male and the black female, we're hurt in the community. So, like he said, if she like you and hell, I'm just gonna go for her. It's all about what's easy instead of getting to the person who really loves you, who will really do things for you. Because me, it's kind of hard to get with me, Jonathan. He knows. Yeah. Not everybody is able to get into my circle. Yeah. If you shoot at me, that's fine. But what you gotta show me that you want to be with me versus telling me and all that. I ain't got time for all to play all them games.
See, from my experience, I agree with you. I understand you.
I agree with what
I agree with you, but I understand you. To me, it brought me back to the days when you was talking. My brother gave me some advice when I was a young man. He said, be with a girl that like you. And I'm like, man, you don't know what you're talking about. That's bias. You can't be like that. But now I understand why he said that. Going back to what you said. If you with a girl that like you, you don't have to do all that chivalry and open up the doors and jump in hurdles. Okay, because her love, she's into you. You ain't got to do that. It's nice that if you do that, but she's completely satisfied with you. Now, on the other hand, you meet a woman that you like, and she ain't really digging on you. Then you have to jump through a whole lot of hurdles to convince her that you worth her time. You dig what I'm saying? And I just got out of a situation like that. This woman want to be treated like a queen, want to be money spent on. Man, come on now. So anyway, I agree with you. I understand. I agree with you too. But go ahead. Anybody else want to comment on that?
Do y'all feel like, because I've heard this.
And you coming from a married point of view, I'm sorry to cut you off, right? Yeah. Come on.
So, this is what I want to ask, and this is what I see on Facebook a lot. They say, based off of, how women our black women are being put out there as sex symbols all the time, they got, all this twerking, things like that. And how you got the feminist movement happening and everything that is demasculizing our men, whatnot, because it's putting us in a spot where it's hard to operate and still be who we are. You gotta be careful. If you make the wrong moves, you can call the cops. He hit me, man. You going to jail? You ain't did nothing. Whatnot. You just didn't do what she wanted you to do. Or you got a lot of boys that are growing up in single mother homes or whatnot. And a lot of us in the 80s and 90s, we turned that all out. Well, but now what we've seen is product of what's happening over time. I guess it took time for the show was showing is you got a lot that are growing up confused, and not sure the decisions that they're making in life, and in turn is starting to show with just people's opinion, them seeing that, okay, men are being demasculized, and in turn, what I see from that is now the women are saying, now y'all men scared. They're like, okay, at first we were too strong and we weren't, things weren't equal. Now we're too scared to, be truly men. So it's like, which is it?
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, man. It's kind of like with everything going on in the world, you know what I'm saying? With all this stuff going on in the world, the opinions of others and the opinions of the outside world, like we always kind of take heed of that. But what we need to do is we need to block out all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like no evil gonna come near me type stuff. Like it kind of gotta be, hey, this is how I'm gonna raise my family, and this is it. Like my sister right now, she's raising my nephew with no father, and she's also raising my little sister, and my little sister has no father or no mother. So, and with that, it's hard for her to even love anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for even.
Talking about your sister or?
Well, we could talk about all of them, honestly. Right now, I was talking about my big sister.
Okay.
My big sister, I think it would be probably a little hard for her to love anybody, just because of what she's going through. Most people don't go through that. It's gonna take time. It'll take a lot of time for her to open up to somebody, and you don't want all that in your life. You don't just. There's a lot of stuff within that. You don't want all that in your life. You want somebody you can feel comfortable with, you know what I'm saying? And with this, and women nowadays, some women nowadays want to raise a single, they want to be like in a single woman relationship.
I think they don't want to be hurt.
Yeah. So, and I think that's a lot of what it is they don't want to be hurt. But we have we kind of, it always had to be a bigger man. It always had to be somebody with sound mind to say that, come in and try to be like,
sound like sacrifice is where you looking for.
I mean, it goes both ways, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be like, all right, I want to leave these streets alone, but I also want to start building my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, that's how I feel.
Cool. You got a response before I ask you a question?
You gotta ask me a question?
You can respond. I got a question to ask you. See if you agree with it.
Masculinity of men.
Yes, the demasculinity of men, I totally agree. It's happening. It started, in the 90s. If you look at on TV, Martin Lawrence and the Wayne brothers, they started wearing all them dresses and stuff, and they had to make us feel comfortable with seeing a black man in that. And so first people didn't accept it in the 90s. If you was gay in the 90s, you got kicked out the community like you do in Africa. You gay, you gotta go. You gotta slang your head. But now it's more so people are comfortable with it. Oh, that's just, I have nothing against gay people. I promise. That's between you and whoever you pray to at night. But it's not cool because you dehumanizing what we are. You a man, I'm a woman. You got your thing that you got going on. I got my thing going on. I don't want to be no man, and I don't want you to be no woman. That's when you start getting confused. And that you confused, you need to figure out what you want to do in life. They really breaking down the family structure. By the fathers not being in there. Now you having same gender relationships. Okay, what do you say about this theory? Okay, this theory about how women of today, all women, particularly black women. Black women got this idea they want to sit at home while the man work. Okay? But that opportunity and benefit was only for white women back in the slavery days. Back in the slavery days, the woman worked, the man worked, and the kid worked. The black woman didn't have the option to sit at home while her man worked. Okay, she either was in the field or she was a maid or doing something. So that feminist group, when they made that issue that women want to come out the homes and want to enter the workplace, that was a white person's issue, a white woman's issue that she had with her white husband. He was giving her allowances. She felt oppressed or whatever. Even that mailman and milkman coming to your house, that was a white issue. That wasn't a black person's issue. Okay? The white woman went to the black woman and said, why don't you join our movement, the woman movement? The black woman, along with the white woman, but we're talking about the black woman, they abandoned the homes. They abandoned their man, they abandoned the kids, they abandoned the homes to go work in the workforce. Okay? What's contradicting to me is women nowadays, particularly black women that don't know the history, and really just think about it. If what I said was crazy, let me know. Black women think they're white. They have a thought process, belief system like a white woman. They demand that they want to sit at home while the man is at work. You dig what I'm saying? And it was never like that for black people. That was a white people's issue. What do you think about that? You guys have no idea who you're talking to.
Bring it.
This black woman right here, I don't sit at home. I have so much going on. I have a full-time job. I work 12 hours a day. I'm a musician. I live in the studio. I do videos. I do all kinds of stuff. On top of that, I have a clothing line. On top of that, I have a relationship. On top of that, I have a family. So as far as staying at home, that's not for me. It's too much. Our community is too, and on top of that, I'm a black activist. I'm in the community all the time. So I don't have time to be sitting at home. I can cook, I do. Now I go home, cook, do whatever I need to do. I still take care of home first. That's my main priority. But right after that, I need to be in the streets doing something with my people, whether I'm feeding the homeless, whether I'm going to a school to talk to girls about their worth, whatever it is, it's too much in the community that needs to be done, and I don't have time to be sitting at home to do that.
Okay, that's you. what about the average woman out there, black woman, that puts that demand on another black man? Is she wrong, or is she right? Is she misunderstood? I mean, misguided? What?
Now,
would you agree with that theory I just shot to you?
yes and no. Because some men can afford for their wives to be at home. Some of them can't. I'm not knocking you. If you want to be a home engineer, be a home engineer. If you want to be out, be out. Everybody's mindset is different. I can't say, oh, she's right for not being at home and she's wrong for not being at home. Whatever you do, if your man can afford it, run with it. If he can't afford it, run with it. Whatever it goes. But don't put a demand on no man because you want to be at home and be lazy. If you're capable of getting up and getting to work, do that. Mm-hmm. If you're capable of being at home, be at home. But don't put that demand on him to put all the bills on him. That's stressful. Mm-hmm. Help him out some, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Now, that's cool. Go ahead, brother.
I just got to jump in because I shop at Walmart. I go to these places. And I'm sorry, but what I see and what I hear a lot is, you know, when I'm at a stoplight, when I'm at a red light, I'm always seeing the man in the passenger seat, the woman in the driver's seat. She pay that car note. She work. He sit at home and watch the kids if there is kids. And go when I go on to Walmart, whatnot. You know, he pushing that basket. Well, she picking out everything that she gonna cook. But I same thing she said. Yes and no as far as me agreeing with you. Where I disagree mostly is nowadays it seems like the women are go-getters now. Our black women are go-getters. And some of it's by default, by force, because like I said, they're growing up, they're having to raise their kids by themselves, because I mean, it's still a lot of single-parent homes, and a lot of times it's the mother. So she does not have a choice but to go out there and get it. And yeah, some that rely on government assistance and things like that, and some that rely on it a little bit, but they still have part-time jobs, whatnot. And you have other, and then there are those out there that don't rely on none of that. They go out there, they want to have their own money, be able to make their own decisions and build whatever it is they want to build, whether it's a business or platform, whatever. So, and that's just what I see, and it kind of adds to the masculinity of men. What I was saying earlier is, you know, they're not motivated. When I see that, to me that's the opposite of being motivated, and it don't seem like they have any drive. Like, so you comfortable being where the woman was in the past, where it seemed like you're the passenger along for the ride, whatever, and you just ride along, you know.
Let her do all the work.
Yeah, she doing all the work. You either step in and make it mutual or take over, but you supposed to be the head of the household. At least that's what the Bible say. So the man supposed to be the head of the household. But I mean, what decisions? How are you contributing to the picture or whatnot? Seem like you just along for the ride. Mm-hmm. You riding coach, and you could be riding first class, and it just, I mean, we say you.
A lot of it's pimping, man.
Hey.
The roles have been completely reversed.
Yeah, I just think it's this white supremacist mindset.
Yeah. Come on, man, keep it real.
Especially with America. In America, man, like we gave into this lifestyle. We've taken on their culture. So now it's whatever the white woman doing, that's what the black woman want to do. Whatever the white man doing, that's how the black man want to be. And instead of being, we kind of in competition with ourselves. So now that the roles reversed, and with the male pushing the shopping cart, the female gonna be out looking. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they always looking for what they always gonna look for what they want. You know what I'm saying? They gonna come for what they want, and that's just what it is. So if a woman will take a man, you know what I'm saying? If he's secure, but if he ain't really a man, she gonna go out looking for a real man. You know, like, and you can't stop that. Like in Africa, the lions send a lioness to go eat, and that's just how it is. That's just how it is, man. I'm just saying.
I'm just tired of pulling up at the gas station, seeing him sit in the passenger seat while she go pay for the gas, go open the tank and pump the damn gas. And the whole time he just there, he done update, put up like 20 tweets and stuff, and I just be sitting there putting my gas like, how do I get that? How do I get that? If I just had like half of that, of the strength and confidence. No, just have that. It seems just that what I'm seeing. Of course, I don't know them personally because I'm just at a gas pump. But you know,
you talking about you want what like, he got.
This how I interpret it. Like, she's going out there and handling business. Go pay for the gas. She took care of that business.
You want to help her.
Next? Not necessarily help, but competition. Competition. You strong. I'm strong too. Are you stronger than me? Now we compete, make each other great, but compete good competition, right way. You know.
You want somebody.
But I'm like, she ain't got no competition with him. She done won. She been won. Whatever. He done gave up. He prisoner.
It's only one that's motivated to get out there and make it happen. That's what you're saying. Okay, well, what you said, let me ask you this. 2 questions. Answer the first one. As men, do you yourself and how you feel, and what do you think the average man feels? I know you can't talk for him, but you can try. Do you think the average man is confused about what role he plays with a woman today?
Ain't nobody got time for that, man.
I mean, not confused as gay. I'm talking about where position he plays in a relationship with a strong woman as yourself that goes out there and makes it happen. Do you think most men are confused where I get in at?
Whether we doing business, man, whether we doing business or we like in a rap game, or it's always who gonna put their foot down or who gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's never. Don't be confused about your position, because your position could get tough. Like and you could. I mean, you can't be afraid to stand your ground, and and a man should know. I mean, what his position is in a family. Period. We provide, we the protector. You know what I'm saying? This is, if you don't know, watch Lion King.
You are more so. I have to go back to what he asked. You will go back to your statement. You're looking for a help me. A help me is she drives you to reach your goals. She supports you in whatever it is that you do. Even though as a woman, if I see my dude doing something, I'm like, oh, this may not turn out good. I can only advise you to do X, Y, and Z. I can support you. And if you fail or whatever happens, I'll be there to comfort you. That's to help me. I'm not gonna race you to go to no gas pump.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna race you to open no door. No, sir. We have to get back to the standards of what the black community is supposed to be. We have just completely lost everything.
Yeah. What I think. Okay. Me personally, I got a certain algorithm, whatnot, and it's a certain percentage. The percentage has to equal 100, no matter what. It has to equal 100%. So I don't mind being the one that works when that's how it's always been for me. I work, I make all the money, I work for long hours or whatnot, to make sure that everything's provided for, all the bills are paid and whatnot. I don't mind doing that. That's 80%. Where that 20% come in with my dreams, with my music and everything like that. I need you to support me on that. I put in this 8%. If you try to devalue what I'm trying to do with my music, the dreams and goals that I have, then it's not going to equal 20%. No matter how you slice it, that's only 8-9%, and now we got percentage missing. And now that messes up the whole equation. Now I have issues. Now I'm out surging. Now I want to move on and see what else is out there for me, because this ain't working. And so and then if that's the case, if you're not going to support me, if you are going to come at me with the negative and stuff like that, then that means you must be putting in half too then. So that means I'm not paying as many bills as I was. I'm not working as many long hours as I am, because you putting in too. Now I gotta hear some of the, it's not necessarily negative criticism, but now I'll adhere to some more of the negativity if I'm not working my ass off and putting so much into it. But when I'm working down to the bare bone, whatnot, and then on top of that, still trying to chase after the dreams, and the support ain't there, and you ain't doing your part. And if you're not gonna help to it, then just stay back and don't say nothing. If you don't agree, or if you're not down with it, or if you don't care. But don't come at dreams. That's kind of where I'm at with it. It has equal 100%. If I do 80, I need that 20, which is either stay out the way or get on board, but don't stand in the way. If not, then it needs to be 50-50. Then you need to get out there and put in work like I'm doing. Then I can understand why you feel the way you feel. You feel like it's a waste of time, or if you're not seeing the vision that I'm seeing for myself in the future.
Sight to Sound Multimedia.